Did you know that Doug and I get massages about every 2 weeks? It's true. But before you think, wow, Tasha and Doug really pamper themselves, or oh, it must be nice, they must be rich, I want to tell you about why we get massages so often and how we have made this work in our budgets and busy schedules. Massage has been a huge part of my overall health for many years. Because I'm paralyzed from the chest down, my neck, shoulders, and arm muscles are working extra hard all day long. They never get a break. And what I've learned in my journey is that if I don't get regular massages, I have extreme tightness in these muscles, which can cause intense pain. I also have scoliosis, which is a curve in my spine, and that makes one side work harder than the other and causes additional tension in my shoulder and neck muscles. Massage is a great alternative to having to take pain pills, so I decided a long time ago that this was going to be a priority in my life. In fact, just last week, I woke up in a lot of pain, and getting a massage provided immediate relief. So you might be surprised to learn that the work we do with all the traveling, car rides, different beds and pillows, early mornings and late nights takes a toll on my body. I wouldn't change anything that I do because I love the work that I do, but it's something I've had to learn to manage. The muscles that surround my diaphragm, which people use to breathe, are paralyzed. So breathing, talking, and singing all take extra work from the muscles that are working up here. When I go to schools, I also sign books, give fist bumps, and give hugs to lots of people. And this is one of my favorite parts of speaking, so I'm never going to stop doing them. But after a big speaking engagement, my massage therapist, whose name is Janet, tells me that she can always tell because of how tight my shoulders are. And so I've learned through her and through experience of how to still be able to give hugs and fist bumps, but make sure they're less hard on my body so I can continue to interact with people in this way. I love that connection and that one-on-one time with people after I speak, so I just had to learn new ways to do it so it doesn't put a strain on my body. What I love about Janet is that her massages never hurt. This was a huge thing for me because other massage therapists, I would be in pain and I did not look forward to getting them. And so Janet is the one who taught me that it shouldn't hurt, which makes them relaxing and comforting. Now, I used to get massages every month, but she would spend the whole time trying to get my knots out. So we found every 2 weeks to be the most helpful so that we could be more proactive than reactive. She also drives 2 hours one way to get to our house. So to make it worth her time, we decided that Doug would also get massages, not realizing it was going to have such a positive effect on his life too. Doug works really hard for both our business and things around the house, and he also does all the driving to our engagements, which can be for really long stretches for many weeks during the school year, including stressful driving situations like rush hour traffic. So his legs, feet, and shoulders all get really tight, making massages really helpful for his health too. Now I want to talk a little bit more about the advantages of massage. I read an article from the Mayo Clinic that talks about the physical, emotional, and mental health benefits of massages. And I'll link it in the caption for you to read. But here is a quote. A massage does more than just feel good. It can lower the amount of cortisol in your body. This hormone is produced when your body is stressed. It increases glucose in your bloodstream, enhances your brain's use of glucose, and curbs functions that are non-essential in a fight or flight situation. A 1-hour massage lowers cortisol in your body while also releasing serotonin. This hormone neurotransmitter is sometimes called the happy chemical because it reduces feelings of depression and carries signals between nerves in your body. By lowering cortisol and increasing serotonin, you're boosting your body's ability to fight off pain, anxiety, and feelings of sadness. I totally agree with everything in that article. Stress management is something I do not do a great job with. But stress has long-term effects on our bodies and minds, and my neck and shoulder muscles take the brunt of the stress response in my body. Some other physical perks that I've noticed: that I sleep better, I breathe better, my allergies bother me less, I have better circulation, and I get laryngitis less frequently. Even my vocal cords are stronger because my massage therapist works on those too. As I mentioned, Janet also provides tips and techniques for reducing pain in my muscles and what to do if I'm experiencing pain in between massages. So she's always a wealth of knowledge about what I can do to improve my quality of life. The suggestions she provides really helps me get through the time between massages. Now for Doug, he gets a whole body massage. But for me, Janet massages my head, my face, my neck, my arms, and my back. Because I don't have any feeling in my legs, I don't really want her to spend the time where I can't really feel. I want her to spend the time where she can make the greatest impact. She'll actually have me lean forward in my wheelchair so she can massage my whole back, which does make a huge difference. Doug has also noticed an improvement in his physical health, and we've both noticed positive effects on our mental and emotional health too. Going back to that Mayo Clinic article, here is another quote. Massage provides many emotional benefits, which can be just as important as the physical benefits. Many people say that after a massage, they feel more relaxed and calmer. It is a safe and nurturing place for people to refocus and find clarity. Massage can lower stress levels and feelings of anxiety. It can improve mood and relaxation while increasing confidence and self-image. If you experience depression or anxiety, or just overloaded with extra stress, massage can be an effective part of treatment, and it can create a sense of relief and empowerment and allow you to focus on your mind-body connection. That is so true. Taking an hour to relax and rest is so important for my personal self-care as well as Doug's. I actually really struggle with knowing how to relax and slow down. I come from a family of workaholics, and we thrive on being busy. But I've learned that stress is directly correlated with our physical health. I sometimes feel like stress is good and keeps pushing me forward, but I'm trying to implement stress management techniques because I'm learning about the detrimental long-term effects of it. Massage is how I force myself to do something good for my physical and mental health, and it's a great stress management tool. So this is an hour of time that I take to be proactive, not only with my physical health, but with my mental health too. Now you might wonder, how do we afford it? Well, insurance doesn't cover massages, so we pay out of pocket. We budget this into our household expenses because it's so important for our health. It's worth it to sacrifice some of the extra luxuries in our lives, like expensive vacations or dinners out, for the chance to live without pain and to have better overall health. We're pretty frugal and conscious about our expenses, and Doug is very good about managing our budget. So we cut back in other areas so that we can make this a priority. So this is a reminder to you that if something is fundamentally important to your health, like going to therapy or having a gym membership, it is important to do everything you can in order to make that work in your budget and in your busy schedule. So thanks for tuning in. I would love to hear from you about your experiences with massage therapy, or if you were surprised about anything that I talked about today. I would love to know your thoughts. Thanks so much for joining me. See you next time.